Inbound Kruger, Romeo Alpha Delta. Please follow standard docking procedures by order of the Imperial Flight Operations Bureau. Permission granted. We have prepared for your arrival on pad 39er.
Landing gear deployed.
Touchdown confirmed. You may alight when ready. The services of this Imperial facility are at your disposal, Commander. Landing restraints ready. Please observe speed restrictions upon exiting.
Charging. drive charging. Drive.
What happened to that? What happened to that?
Oh, you're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to.
Okay, buddy.
When you're violent and you're red.
What's good, man?
Good, man. Good. Just ending our discussion on transgenders not being allowed in the service anyway.
Allowed to what?
Allowed to what?
Join the service?
They're not allowed in. They're not allowed in the service anymore.
Oh. I guess it sucks for them.
I think the government did the trial run thing, because for 200 something years it's never been allowed except for 1 year, and that was last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's see if this is going to work out. It didn't work out.
I just don't understand why it's necessary to even, for people to even give a shit. It's such a small subset of people. Like trannies that want to join the army. Like how many of those are there really? Like what, maybe 100, 200 tops?
Right. You're gonna...
Like who gives a shit? You're gonna upturn like major news outlets that should be saying important things and you're gonna put that on there instead? Like shut the fuck up, trannies.
It's like you're going to cause a whole national uproar to please, what, 3% of the entire population of the United States is transgender?
It's not even. It's like, it's not even 1%.
And then what percentage of that wants to join the service? I mean, like, 1% of that 1%?
I'm just sick of hearing about it. Like, we deserve rights. You have all the ones that you need. Like, stop. Stop. Who cares where you have to take a piss? Who cares if you can join the army? Like, it's gonna be okay.
Life will continue.
Like, you can't just change everything in a year. Like, it takes time, so you might have to suffer a while. So, like, maybe bitch a little more somber.
Yep, that was the thing. That happened recently.
Whatever. It's just, I'm just sick of hearing about it. Like, I do like those videos on YouTube though, like social justice warriors get owned. I do enjoy those.
Oh, they're great. Like by political professors at like major universities and all that other shit. They're just like, are you fucking stupid? Like, really?
Who aren't even like hardcore Republicans most of the time. They're like, just people.
Let's look at facts, shall we? Yeah. Like, those are pretty great though.
No, and it's people thinking that like, well, I don't know. The way it works now is like you work really hard, sort of, and you can get like a degree, and you're supposed to be like successful and whatnot, And I think like kids in college and people who are just recently graduated are starting to see that like there's no jobs out there. So what do you do when there's no jobs? You create jobs. Well, how do all these people like make livings and get funding and things like that? It's just they just make up problems so they can be relevant. That's all it is. That's all it is. It is the most boring, just defunct horseshit thing ever. I mean, some of that stuff, yeah, is pretty important. Like, I'll give you that. Like, talking about like abortion and people, and that's like all religious shit and whatever. Like, that's fine. But like this new like secular horse shit, like nobody has fucking time for it. No one has time for it. Like, well, what do I tell my daughter when a man who wants to be a woman uses the woman's room? Why don't you just tell her that?
Right?
Like, talk to your fucking kids. Like, be an adult. Like, Jesus Christ. But you see, like, the moms now and the kids that are being raised, like, it's just, it's disgusting. I don't know. Like, I understand the outrage, but I just don't think it matters.
I can't fully wrap my head around SJWs, man.
I really just don't think it matters at all. Like, but what about, no. Like, if the bomb started coming down, you would not matter.
Now that army you're trying to have super regulated and fucking letting this happen and trying to abolish this and that matters when those bombs start falling. So why don't you leave them the fuck alone and let them be effective?
And you want to join the army, but you hate war, and you did. I don't. It's all just so hypocritical and so ridiculous.
Well, they found a court. So they found this thing, and this came out of Department of Defense, I think it was, or the Department of the Army, one of the two. It came out of the Pentagon anyway. Released a thing that last year when they were letting transgenders in. It was the policy of the military at that time to pay for the gender reassignment for that soldier identifying as something else.
What?
So they did. Yeah, and it was taxpayer funded. We paid for someone to have their penis removed. It's a thing.
Fair enough.
Anyway, but then that soldier for the entirety of military service is no longer deployable because you have to have hormonal treatment and all this other stuff, and you're like mentally and emotionally unbalanced because that's a thing. It's a side effect of having to take hormones. You know what I mean? You're just a little fucked up.
You are an absolute liability.
And so they're like, hey, this does not provide us an effective fighting force, and we're not going to allow it.
But man.
Well, yeah, let's cry about it. Doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. The government said that you're not going to make a good, because you can't deploy. You're useless. I mean, you're not useless. There's things you could do, but if you can't fight, what the fuck? Go away. I do it all the time for people who are able to fight. So don't think you're special, Snowflake. What a great term. Overused as fuck, but what a great term for this thing. It's a thing. And that's about it in the news. That's about it. And the standard Russia thing, but whatever. Get shit. I posted a thing on Facebook just to fuck with people. It was like a picture of Putin, and it was the whole like Putin may have ties to Russia. Trump knew about Putin's ties to Russia and all this other shit. Yeah. It was fucking funny. They had it like photoshopped onto like a CNN thing and all that. Fucking great. Like, I can't believe this guy knew this whole time and didn't tell us. Putin has ties with Russia.
Get out. No, he does not.
He does, though, and Trump knew. The government knew about this.
The bombs are going to start falling, boys. The bombs are going to start falling.
And then Elite Dangerous starts, right? Because the U.S. wins the war, according to this.
Right?
The little fucking tourist beacons. According to the tourist beacons, America wins that war, and we get the United Federation of America or something like that. Or no, it was the United States of the Americas at first, and then it became
Federation of the Americas. And then the Federation. I don't work for them anymore.
I'm ready to be promoted in the Federation. I was just doing jobs. I was trying to get into Sirius. I think that's my goal today. Get my fucking Sirius permit.
I'm doing Empire rank.
And I read on one of the forums, and I don't think it came from Frontier, but they were going to do something about um, Sirius Corporation, or like the permit is not going to be a thing or something, where basically it would prevent the anyone who doesn't have the Sirius permit already from getting it again, from getting it at all.
But if there's an engineering series, why would they let us get it?
I don't know. That's why I don't think it came from Frontier. It was just someone talking. I'm like, I don't know if there's evidence behind that, but
I think they should just give a couple more stations to that company. Like, just...
well, we as the community control that, so we can go work for Sirius in whatever system they're in. You know, like Procyon or whatever, right?
Yeah, but there's like nothing to do for them there. It's boring. There's like 3 stations that they hold the majority on. Like, no
Yeah,
one's
you
gonna
have
go
to
out
get
there
them
and
up
grind
to,
for it.
like...
I mean, it's... Because also, Marco Quent doesn't do anything to level 5. I think
you just need to get...
You just need
to
him to
brew
unlock
him to
other
get the
engineers.
payload.
That's so stupid. Like... I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's pretty important to be able to get those... I guess, never mind. I spoke on a turn. That does make sense. Because to get the corrosive cargo hold to do the alien stuff, you have to do, like, everything. It makes sense that it would be, like, the longest process. I'm not gonna do it. Like, fuck that noise. I might.
I'm not gonna do it. I might.
I kind of might. Palin, I think
Sure,
you have to
bombing
bring
people.
him unknown biological material, which I already have. I think.
I'm here at the Campbell Horizons to pick up my money.
I moved all my shit to Kubio. Well, not all of it. That
Which
FDL and Orca.
Ah, you're doing that. Are there any good massacre missions out that way?
Actually, yeah. Like in most of the stations, I've been doing deliveries to like local systems just to kind of see what's going on, and also those deliveries are like 3 rep points. I don't know why, but yeah, I've seen like a lot of massacre missions and like a lot of contested systems. Like Blue Hair is losing the war basically. I think she's like losing control over stuff.
I found a Fed system in Civil War.
Oh,
I want to fight that.
I just like fighting wars. Where are your shields, Zink? I just realized your shields are gone.
If it's a
I don't know
war,
what you're talking
then
about.
I'm gonna have to not.
I may or may not be in a Type 7 without shields.
Why would you be in a Type 7 shield base?
Because he's a beast. Alright, you know what? I need to think of a good nickname. Fuck. Blumpkin.
Thing's over. You guys just gonna go back to Ziski?
Yeah, we're gonna probably fan out across the bubble and start back on our respective things that we do.
Check the announcements, see who needs our attention.
I think we're okay. BGS Delta is doing alright right now.
I can do it if
Delta?
it's the Imperial space.
Yeah, Delta's PlayStation. Like
Oh.
Delta's Squad.
We trying to control any systems at the moment?
Just trying to maintain.
There's something on announcements about that.
Do we have like a
NLT,
rival PS4 group?
Time of Chaos.
Time of Chaos, I think they're Xbox and PC though.
We can't do nothing about that. Just...
Yeah, we care.
Yeah.
We still take out their NPC
yeah.
ships and undermine them in their own systems.
They're pirates, so their
Whatever we
system's in
do.
anarchy, so you can do whatever you want and you won't get a bounty there.
Oh, okay.
What system is that? Have I been there?
I don't know.
Ter-
It-
TOC
There's like anarchy systems all over the place.
Yeah, what's
bro.
their system name?
It is
Started with a T.
V is in Victor,
V.
E is in Echo, S is in Slut, U is in
He was,
Urethra.
he was getting there.
Is that
He was getting there.
Is that Vesuvius
Yeah.
or whatever?
He wanted to say that. I
Yes.
bet he wanted to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's stupid. They
I
have
bet he's
8.
been waiting to say that.
So don't they
They
have like
have-
a
they
shit
have
ton of
14
hazes and stuff
systems.
too?
That's just their home.
That's what I mean in their homes. Like, I think I remember them having a nicer home system than we do.
Oh, yeah,
that's
for
right.
sure.
Yeah, you
I
went.
want it.
I didn't go. That's right.
I
Wait.
want their system.
I want it. They got.
I mean, it
They
haunts
had
my
like, dude, they had
memory.
4 Hazreses there, and I think one of them was like right near the station.
Friendship drive charging.
Because we went out there
What
to
system is it
war
called?
chase. Vesuvit. I don't know exactly how to spell it.
So you're wanting to chase a war across the...
There's a war near Nano Man.
And
It's in that same system where I found that super close station.
It's gonna take me a while to get stuff out there, but I'll go fight it if you want.
I think I'll take my Eagle there and see what happens.
Let me see what I have around me, and I'll let you know, because they might have something like in the middle, because you guys, I think, are still up in... Are you still in Alliance? Because you're in a Broen, right?
That's still a little
Yeah,
weird.
this is
I'm doing a
Federation controlled.
Like, okay, oh, okay.
I'm doing a trading mission right now, and I'm at the station, and it's not giving me any notification of completing the mission.
You turn it in.
Do you have a reward on the mission, and is your data full?
Yeah, I went to the mission board and nothing's there.
What I'm saying is there a reward for? I mean, is there like a material reward for that mission? Like, look on
Check
the
your
target panel on the left.
transactions. Yeah.
It might say like
36 minutes,
insufficient
maybe.
space or something.
Oh, insufficient data capacity.
Ding ding ding.
Go for some data.
I have 90 of these aberrant pattern. Okay, I'm gonna take down half of that already.
I have a Federal Navy strike contract against 12 pirates.
Oh, do that. What level is that
Sounds
for?
great.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a federal promotion mission, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for
For
the
what level? Like, are you
Chief
rank
Petty
4
Officer.
or 5? Okay.
I'm gonna be petty officer. I'm petty officer now. I'll be chief petty.
Okay. So you can get a whatever the next like piece of shit fed ship they sell is.
Not yet. I don't think. I think I can get the Federal assault ship already at petty officer. Or is that what gets you into Soul?
I think that's drop.
No,
ship,
midshipman
isn't it?
gets you into Soul. You get the drop ship before you even get to go to Soul. That's
Oh,
like rank
that's
3 or something.
I thought I only
And
had
then,
one ship
like-
unlocked them. I would buy an assault ship.
4 is Soul, 5 is FAS. I'm pretty sure nothing
you miss
until
the
like
people
7.
vulture-
You get gunship at 7. I'm pretty sure.
Friendship drive charging. Friendship
But
drive
what do I know? I'm just a nigga who loves titties. You know what I mean? Like, what do I know?
Aren't we all?
And then they are the democracy.
Who flies in an Eagle? Man. something
He bought an
like that.
Imperial Eagle to go fuck around in, like we did.
How much do you love it?
It's pretty okay.
That wasn't an acceptable answer.
Oh, I just boosted. Please, 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 please. God damn it.
The train wreck fucking meme. Go to deploy landing gear boost instead.
I know what that
No, if you
means.
can-
I know what that means.
I've experienced it before.
That was such a proud moment for me. I told Dan that story, but like, thing with that, did you see that meme that he sent? The train wreck meme?
Are you serious? Wait. You guys are seriously expanding the Roblox, man.
What? I don't know if
No.
Zinc, did Zinc die?
Dark Echo. You know how Dark Echo's a multi-game group now? One of them
Yeah,
just
we have been for a long time.
Oh. Isn't that a little bit... I mean, I would understand Minecraft, but isn't...
Would you?
How's No Man's Sky going?
Oh, it's going great. I mean, I haven't played it for a while. They've just hinted 4th race, so you know, that's getting the hype even Growing.
They're just gonna let you down. I don't know why you're.
Yep.
I'm not too hyped as everybody else, but a lot of people have been waiting for the big comeback of this game. You can understand.
It's not coming.
I was gonna say it never had like a
I mean, if
shining
you guys
moment. I don't
play-
understand where the comeback would be. Besides,
This is Underdog
I
attempting
thought
to
the
have
comeback
it.
was like the Pathfinder patch.
Orbital flight engaged.
I mean, dude, it's just gonna be a free update. It's why I don't know why I wouldn't be hyped for it. It's fine.
Well, if that's your thing,
You know what I'm
that's your thing,
hyped for?
That's cool, whatever. But
I'm hyped. I'm hyped for Thargoids. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for the new
I
engineers and
wanna.
equipment.
I think aren't they gonna?
Wait, we're getting new engineers? I didn't see anything about that.
Well, I mean, Thargoid, anti-Thargoid. That's the popular theory that I've seen is you need anti-Thargoid weapons, and no one makes them right now.
What is
Ooh.
everything?
Think
Is
about
every
it.
system we're gonna be going in littered with Thargoids now? Is that what's going on?
Probably not.
I'm hoping we get like a Thargoid ship, or at least some Thargoid technology
Yeah,
to
that's
put
how-
in our ships.
I just want some really diesel quest
How
lines,
little
man.
squid-like tentacle shit all over.
I want some cool equipment, and I want some diesel quest lines.
Awesome ship kits.
Yes.
Ship kits. Yes.
Hopefully new accessories. Which, I mean,
I see.
you know.
I spent $15 on a ship kit for the fucking.
This is like Barbies for dudes. That's what this is. And
Make it
I have
something
no
cool.
shame in that at all. Like it's
I'm okay with this. This doesn't bother me even a little bit.
not even a little.
The amount of fucks I give is so staggering.
Now when your FDL looks like
Yeah.
mine. Woo-wee.
I mean, wait, is this galaxy map accurate? Like, cause
To the best of our knowledge, yes. To
so
the
all the
best that
data,
mankind knows.
yeah, this is all from like Hubble,
Well,
Yes.
this
all from
is
speculation.
no, actually, that's a realistic star map. It's actually public information. It's a program that NASA started, like in the 90s, to completely map in 3 dimensions the entire known galaxy, and that's what this game uses. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Which
They're
is also-
gonna. They said they're trying out a new telescope that uses thermal image, even goes
Yeah, it's,
farther.
What?
the web
We were just
telescope?
talking about
Yeah.
that.
Just fucking around.
It was great.
It's,
I'm gonna
the,
go
it's
with
the
you.
most important thing that's happened in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Since the launch of
Not
like
even the
Voyager.
presidencies. Not even Trump was as important as
Literally
this shit.
since the moon landing in Voyager. It's the most important thing that's happened.
That's the
I
high
hate
grade
it when-
emissions. Yeah, high grade emissions.
Let's go find Voyager.
What are you like 12? What do you know about? What would you know about political importance? That you're like fucking a child.
I'm not talking. I'm just
Just
saying,
brought it up. You brought it up.
I'm just saying it's more important than
It's
Trump.
pretty exciting though.
Yeah, I know.
pretty exciting.
It is, yeah, I mean, it's exciting.
I was just
is
making
it
a
more
joke.
important than the future of America? Negative. But
No.
I am running for president, so everything's going to be fine.
Hey, you know what? Do you
Yeah,
have
we'll
any
give it a
good? Do
space
you have a good
race
platform?
stockings.
I might give you a vote. You got a good platform?
I'm a gamer. Okay, alright, whatever.
We think relatively similarly. I mean, sorta. So maybe I can get on board. I don't know.
My platform, I'm on the don't be a jackass, use your fucking brain party. That's who I represent.
You're gonna make a lot of people angry, and that makes me really happy.
Yeah, and I'll probably get elected if I make enough people angry.
I mean, look at
That's
Trump.
kind
he
of
got-
we.
he got
I'm like, we just seen this like 6 months ago. We just seen this happen.
Yeah.
Well, it was like 8 months
I
ago.
know,
but
I was there.
piss
I
off enough
I wasn't
people.
there, but you know.
I mean, if
I'm
someone
in California. I would have gone to the inauguration. I don't even care whose it would have been. I've never been to an inauguration. That
I
sounds
haven't
like
either.
it'd be cool.
I haven't either. I mean, I went
Like,
to
that
he
sounds
came to
like-
Buffalo and I went. I mean, I also went to see Hillary, so like I went to both just to see.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It was fun,
I'd go to a presidential inauguration just to go to a presidential inauguration.
right?
Like that sounds, I mean, really awful on the traffic side of things, I think. But
Oh yeah, no, I'm getting a hotel, but like,
taxi cabs and walking everywhere.
no, thank you. Not in DC.
Did you guys see that Comic-Con trailer? It was a movie by Steven Spielberg, Ready Player One. It's like all based on a book, I think.
Disengaged. You may depart from site.
It's all pop culture references. You should watch it.
Yeah, it's based on a book. It's all 80s pop culture stuff.
Yeah, it's Halo in it, so not totally. I mean, 80s.
Local websites now being different signal sources to find my targets. Okay, I'll do that. Exciting things are happening in the world of damn killing pirates.
You know what's funny?
Pirates. A lot of things.
It would be great if
Would it be great?
Yes, it would.
He's listening. You're not saying anything.
Okay, so apparently no website, I guess.
And I do have to
Something?
actually, and I'm remiss to do this because I never do this, so this is like your only one, dude. I'm gonna have to apologize to Jet. He was actually right. They did nerf Guardians to 110 million instead of 201, or 111 million.
You
Yeah, it was
Apologize.
the bonus, right? The bonus went down from 100
From
to
100 million to 10 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really happy I did it twice before that happened.
I'm going to a complex zone in Disky if anybody would.
Oh
care.
wait, are you guys talking about the mission I was?
yes.
That one mission that gives you.
Nah, it was. Yep.
You just you just got your your one apology apparently.
Dan,
Oh,
when
that's
have you
good.
ever heard me apologize to anyone?
Not yet.
That was it. And he missed it. Which,
I feel so enlightened now. Hang on.
Enlightened? Did you learn something? Someone open your eyes to something?
I hope you didn't learn anything. That's not what I'm about.
Ain't about that damn book learning. Learning's
Ain't about
stupid.
your fancy book learning.
I just watched Hacksaw Ridge and I'm getting kind of impressed.
I need to... resource extraction site.
What can I do?
There's a conflict. You said there's conflict in Disney?
Yeah, it's 2 NBC factions. I'm just gonna leave.
Oh, Dark Echo's not fighting?
No.
Hey, if Dark Echo was fighting, I'd be all over it.
Yeah, me too. I was excited.
And as soon as I land here, I will have made $10 million in 58 minutes. And I'm starting to remember why I was doing passenger missions to start with. Goddamn.
Because they're
Sagittarius.
ridiculously amazing?
Because they're incredibly... I don't know if a mission can be overpowered, but the amount of money is pretty disgusting if you have a good enough ship.
What's the best ship that can jump really far?
Like normal jumps, probably Aspects.
No, I'm trying to find a ship that can get me to Sagittarius A.
I did it in Aspects.
Aspects is the
Aspects, I
furthest
did it.
jumping ship in the game.
Yeah.
That's not counting neutron
Oh.
jumps.
All three of us did it in an ASPX.
You can jump a conda further, but you can't have anything on it like a fuel scoop, and on neutron boost it gets for some reason gets like a crazy bonus. Other than that, Aspects
You
is
can-
the furthest jumping ship in the game.
Yeah, you can yeah. Because you can engineer in Aspects to what, 65?
Yeah, mine's not even done, and I'm at like the last time I put it all together was at 54.
What if the Thargoid thing is gonna let us go to another galaxy?
Nope.
That's-
I would promise you it's not going to happen.
Sound Kruger, Romeo,
We have
Alpha
discovered
Delta.
less than 1% of this galaxy. Why would we go to another?
By order of the Imperial
Also, all their
Flight
bases
don't
and
think
like
so.
their home is supposedly here, and they've already kind of made it canon that it's here.
Please
So
proceed to Bay 09er.
Well, yeah, it would be Pleiades sector, right? That area.
Well, that's where we found them. I mean, their actual home could be anywhere, but as far as we
Thought they
know
could be
right
in
now,
Beagle.
it's Pleiades. Could be in Beagle. Well, there's also that huge zone like on the other side of the core that's all like unknown permit locked.
Warning, Commander. Your landing gear is
Isn't
not
Barnard's
deployed.
loot permit locked too?
Yes.
So that kind of throws some, and the area surrounding Canis Majoris
I don't know about that one.
as well.
I haven't heard
That one's all permanent locked because Debrado did like an 8-hour fucking
Landing
trying to jump,
successful. Please shut
you know,
down
find
all
stars you can jump to.
Welcome to the
That weren't permanent locked. Took him like 3 or 4 days to get back
That's crazy.
from Orion in that area. Which, of course, we all know, and he understood too. It's only a day trip, but because of the permanent lock system, and he was just determined to get to where he wanted to go, so he was out there for a while.
How do you get interdicted by the Argoids?
Right now,
I don't
you
know
have
if
to
anyone
be-
knows for
You have to be carrying
sure,
an
though.
unknown artifact.
Yeah, but Todd did that. He said that he didn't find. He didn't get in. He was flying around with unknown artifacts for hours. I think you have to be pledged to both
You have to
Federation
have it,
and be
yeah.
carrying an unknown artifact.
You have to have it in your cargo and pledge fit. Yeah.
What does Federation have to do with the Argoids? That's weird.
Well, the lore from way back in the beginning, when the Thargoids first made contact,
Oh yeah, I forgot the Federation were the original.
there was a fight.
They're basically the U.S. Army, right?
The Federation. Yeah. After we won World War III. It's all in the Soul Tourist Beacons, the whole story about what happened.
I just rolled up to the space station, and there's 2 Majestic class parked into the Paradox.
Your ship
Fancy.
raised. Please observe
I haven't seen 2 before. That's pretty cool.
I hope that Argoids is going to be another DLC.
It's the last part of Horizons.
Okay, I got the deluxe edition. I got season pass, so I'm not really too much.
After 2.4, and they released the Thargoids when they go to 3.0, because they're gonna skip the other 0.5 through 9. They're gonna go to 3.0, and that'll be a new DLC that we have to buy.
New season.
Yeah, $30.
You are all clear to follow
I think I
your
want to be
predetermined
focused on
flight
other
path.
games
Have a good
at
trip,
that
Commander.
time. But who knows?
Well, at least gonna be a game you can always come back to. Always.
Yeah, I think I found the game I might be coming back to. But who knows,
There's
it might just
Vulture
turn out to
here.
be another Destiny.
Shoot it.
I'm thinking about it. I'll find out
Don't think
if
to
he's a
shoot.
mission target or not.
America.
It sounds like something
What system are you guys in currently?
everywhere. We're scattered all over the bubble.
Jesus. I'm just gonna go do more bounty hunting in Aberlin, even though the community goes over.
In these passenger missions, every time I stopped and dropped someone off in a loop I was doing, I pick up a mission for the next station I'm going to. That's happened 3 times in a row. Fuck yeah.
That's
This is so
phenomenal.
so much money. I forgot about how
I've
good
been on a
passenger
journey
missions
to
are.
find-
Holy shit.
You should just go to Sege, Jet. Just go to Sege.
Do it.
Just
I'm
go
not-
there.
Just go.
I only have 30 light years on this thing, and I don't know
Fine.
how to upgrade it even more. Probably just.
You think, didn't you go out there with significantly less? You can go out there. Oh, you went out there with like 32
Yeah,
or
like
something.
33, 32, yeah.
I have yet to buy. Maybe when I reach my end goal, which is probably buying an Anaconda. Yes, I will.
You're gonna go to Sage with a Conda?
No, I'm just I have other things.
The
that-
Sage trip will buy you a Conda.
Yes,
Oh,
it will.
that's cool.
Oh, it was a vulture and an FDL together in a wing.
I'm on a quest to find the most absurd name a pilot can have. I already found one named Mr. Finkelwinkle. I have yet to discover more.
Moist von Lipwig.
Wait, what? That's... You found a guy that's...
And we found Jesus.
Yes.
Oh. Did he try to attack you? Did he just... Wait,
Yeah,
was
we
he
killed
clean or
Jesus.
was he wanted...
No, we killed Jesus.
I found a
We
bunch
definitely
of,
went total the Roman Empire on his ass when we found him.
I found a bunch of Star Wars characters, or I'm sorry, Star Trek characters. Well, like actors' names.
I found Anakin, I mean, in a Viper Mark III. That's great. I played the original game, the 1980s version. It was on the App Store, and it was free, so... It was pretty weird.
That's the roots.
I like the homage.
Oh,
to
there's
the,
a
like,
mission target.
I mean, the game is
Like,
basically the same. It's just been, you know, like obviously cleaned up and reskinned, but like all the basic like line design is all still there, which is pretty fucking cool.
I like the homage to like when you target stations, they have the same look to it, like the hologram looking hologram versions of the space stations. They look exactly like the ones.
Yeah, it's a nod back to the original.
And it's incredibly handy.
And I can tell that even I don't know if I want to mention this again. No Man's Sky, how it also, I think it was inspired by the game, honestly. Good, like the stations were designed geometrically, and docking.
I mean, that's just not really uncommon in science fiction, though. Like, it's all relatively similar.
Yeah.
Forgot the name of the show that's coming out. The Seth MacFarlane Space Adventures TV show.
I didn't know about that.
There's
Yeah,
a Star
for-
Trek show coming out again.
People of Earth.
No, not that one. No, it's a.
No.
No, it's on Fox, I think. It's called. I actually have it in my phone because it doesn't come out till September, and I saw a commercial for it.
I
seen it. I seen it. But anyway, it's called the.
Saw it.
Okay, so here's a good example of what I'm talking about.
The Orville.
The
Orville.
I haven't heard of that show.
This is a $5 million passenger mission, a transport mission, so I don't have to come back, and it is 87.7 light years. I mean, come on, $5 million for 87 light years, and he's not wanted. If you're not doing this, you're not making money.
First class,
like, this is
business
ridiculous.
class?
This is economy.
Okay.
Economy was.
I might have to buy an Orca right now.
I wanna. How much do orcas cost?
54.
43 million, I think, or something. Or
I'm
what was
right
it
on
discounted?
Discounted, they're like 47, I think.
That's not
New,
terrible.
they're like 50. I think they're 54, and then an FDL's like 51 and a half.
Kidding me? Oh, well, I'm just gonna buy a. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a regular dolphin. Man. I'm gonna go.
You have been disengaged from the dock. Please observe speed
What's the highest
restrictions upon
FDL range you
exiting.
can go with a dolphin?
FSD range?
I mean, yeah, FSD. Crap,
Mine's
sorry.
out to over 40 now, but that's with engineering.
No.
But Orca doesn't go as far, but it's just better in every way. Like, I think it's worth saving for.
Never had one before, but I'm gonna buy one just because of how excited you are about.
Well, dude, they're
Your
just
ship.
they're really good. They're super easy to fly. Well, I mean, you gotta get you gotta kit it. Like you have to well, most of the stuff's D-rated, but like the important shit's A-rated, like thrusters and whatnot. But it's fucking fast. Like take the engines out of your
watching a
FDL and
review.
throw them in there, and fucking blisteringly fast.
I was watching Yamix review one of the Horizon, what are they called? What do you even call those ships? The Dolphin, the Orca, the
Passenger
Beluga?
ships?
What do you...
You have
Yeah, he
cleared
was
the
reviewing one
station
of the passenger
perimeter. Have a
ships,
good trip,
and he was
Commander.
complaining about how the passengers would complain about how hot it is, and then he just went into a star and he said, "Is that is that hot? Is that hot?" This freaking goes inside his
I
sun.
I eject passengers when they're annoying.
Yes.
So,
You can eject them.
Yep.
well, you abandon the mission, but yeah.
You can jettison your passengers, though. Yes, you can. And sometimes it's really the best way to do it, because like on the more sensitive missions, if you get scanned, they'll be like, this mission is, or this trip is over. Like, take me back to the station, and you're not gonna get credit for the mission, so you may as well just like eject them into a star and go somewhere else.
Hey, will like, what if a passenger is looking for an economy class? Are you able to put them in your luxury class?
Yeah.
And or anything above that?
Yep.
Okay.
You
good.
can always upgrade, you can never downgrade.
Yes.
Okay.
But for the most part, I think it's the most profitable to take. I load up on business, like the luxury ones, they're usually for like one person and they're a huge distance. Some of them are pretty good, but I also haven't unlocked rep high enough to get there, and it takes for fucking effort. And I'm not going to do all those missions out of one station, it doesn't make much sense. So.
I killed so many brothers of Averlin that they gave me a bounty for their group. So it doesn't really help. It actually helps me a lot because they're just bringing bounties to me. Like, does Lee Raw sell those? Sell a dolphin?
Yeah,
He sells everything, you just have to find the station.
The easiest way to do is just look it up.
I'm just gonna buy one because I'm bored as fuck. When I get the next community goal, I'm just gonna go for that one. It's South 4.
Well, I had a dolphin. I don't have a dolphin anymore. I couldn't get my head around the dolphin, but I like bigger ships, I think.
You'd be better off just getting the Orca anyway.
But I own a Sidewinder, you know, so that's the thing.
Well, you need to get shot down.
Dude, the Sidewinder is good. I mean, you could save up for that one. I've heard that one costs like 60 million. Even like 120 just to see if you can max that
There
out.
are all of 2 ships in the entire game right now that I cannot afford at the moment. That's it.
Corvette and
You're lucky
Cutter?
that you have that much
Cutter.
money.
Yep.
Well, that you can't afford or already don't have. That are out of your price range. Because, like, right now you couldn't buy another Anaconda. Could you?
Right now, I could. I could buy another Conda.
Sick.
Don't know why I would, but I can.
Dan, how do you scale your field of view on the map of the Hotas? You know what I mean? Like up and down?
Like,
On the
free look?
galaxy
I'm
map.
sorry, I don't understand.
Galaxy map.
On the galaxy map.
Oh, if you're trying to, like, go down on a galactic plane or something?
Yeah.
Hold square and then just, like, down or up with your
D-pad.
like your stick. Slice it, goddamn.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, come on, words. Let's go.
Your giggle stick.
The fun stick. Alright.
It's the giggle stick. Yeah, use the giggle stick.
Holy
Use the giggle
shit,
stick.
I was pressing everything.
Don't press everything. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but...
Eventually, I'm like, I have to
You
figure
probably
this
could have black hole or something.
out. Ah.
I had an experience with a black hole once. It's a night I don't
Wait,
want to talk about
do
anymore.
the black holes generate randomly?
No.
Oh.
Or are they just, they're just from the actual database of
Yes.
our... Yeah, okay. It would be nice if they could just generate random black holes.
And that was exactly my limit.
Sorry, my dog was barking at people for no fucking reason. Or animals are really good judges of characters. Maybe there is a reason.
Hi, Mrs. Dan.
Everyone says, hi, Mrs. Dan.
Mrs. Dan, can I
Not
have
yet.
some juice?
Brad Pitt would like some juice.
Can Dan come out to play?
Is he still grounded?
I'll be here on Tuesday.
Hey. I don't get. I'm a grown ass man.
But
The only
I'm a
reason why I
man
don't ever
and
leave
you're
the
a
house
woman,
is
and
I
that's not what
grounded
I'm
myself.
for.
No, you're a hermit, honey.
I'm not a hermit. People are just stupid.
I'm pretty sure that is how most hermits start, but I'm really not in any position to talk.
If I had it my way, I would never leave the house.
Maybe it's a.
Well, if I truly had it my way, I would only leave the house for things that I want to do. I guess that may be a better way to put it. Because sometimes you have to go, like, do things. Like, I went and did things today. I went and swung swords in the park. It was fun.
You LARP?
No. Nope. HEMA.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
When is that, this weekend? Or was it?
No, it's like a regular club thing. Like, we meet every week. Usually on
You had
Wednesdays.
some
Wednesdays
event,
and
right?
Thursdays. What's up?
Didn't you have like an event or like a show or something? What would you call it?
I guess I don't really know. It's like a show, like demonstration, like informational session.
We need to clean that up
And
tomorrow.
that is, I think it's the end of this month or the first part of August. We had to move it because it was supposed to be a couple weeks ago, but it poured rain, so we couldn't.
It's so.
Oh yeah, I remember
Well,
you saying
we
like
didn't
if you
want
guys
it.
are in New York.
Yeah, if you guys are in Sterling, New York, outside of Syracuse, north of Syracuse, like yeah. But yes, that's like a week from now, I think, ish. I don't know exactly. I never really actually know what day it is, so
Show go where you're
should be
We
fun.
had
though.
the conversation
Sounds fun.
in a way that that when we go like airsofting and shit, it's LARPing. You're LARPing.
Yeah, no, it is LARPing. I mean, that's essentially what we
You're
do too.
LARPing.
It's just like a regimented, like we actually learn things from a book version of it, and not like a fantasy novel, like an actual book. It's
And it's
pretty
cool.
fun. And there's
I mean,
clubs all over
that's-
the place. Like dude, super fucking fun.
And,
if you pick a
we
club
have
that
a big
focuses
group
on the right discipline because reasons.
we have a group of LARPers in San Luis Obispo that meet at a park on the Highway 1 every week, every Sunday I think, and they LARP. And those guys give no fucks, man. Power to
Yeah, they
them.
don't. I've been to a couple of those things, and it's pretty fun. Like we did. Well, when I was still with the Canadian group, when we were still going up there, they did an event that was actually like a LARP event, and they set up like a booth, and they also sell like practice swords, like they sell nylons, and they sell like equipment and stuff, and not just for HEMA, but for other kinds of martial arts as well. And like in their studio, they have like a Taekwondo studio, and they let them. I guess one of the guys is part owner. I don't know. I was only there a couple times, but pretty fucking cool shit, man. And there's groups like all probably in California. I'm willing to bet there's thousands of HEMA groups that practice regularly, and it's just good exercise. It's fun. You get to hit people with big sticks. Like it's pretty cool.
Of course you
That's why
mentioned
I'm a big fan, you
What
know.
was that?
That's why I airsoft mostly. I like hitting people with sticks. Why not hit people with sticks? I wish I could hit everyone with a stick. All the people. Just walk around with a stick. You're stupid. Smack.
Is that your thing for venting?
No, airsoft is my thing for venting.
Mm-hmm.
It's exercise. You're out there running. You know, you're sweating.
You just shoot everybody.
Shooting at people. It's good for your mind too. You can go through tactics. It's helps your sanity a little bit. You know, get some aggression out.
How does it help your sanity? You're shooting a gun.
Getting your aggression out. I can shoot people.
If it's something that you enjoy doing and you're good at, why not keep doing it? Kind of like playing video games.
Permission has been approved. Please set course for docking bay 40.
I mean, I guess okay in the airsoft world, but it's a hobby of mine. I greatly enjoy it, and that's all the reason I need.
Yep.
Makes me
I
smile.
enjoy watching it. I'm not allowed to do any of those stuff because my parents are pretty overprotective. There are those types of parents that cover.
You're in more danger of getting hurt going outside riding your bicycle than you are in your soft field. Like,
I've seen the.
Well, more in danger of getting seriously hurt. I guess that's the important word there.
Okay, yeah, you can
will get hurt if you.
You can get hurt. It is a thing. Just any outdoor activity you can get hurt at. I mean,
that was when I was playing paintball when I was like 16. I remember the first injury that I actually got from it, and when I kind of figured out that you really can't be as reckless as you would think. Went to dive on the ground to go prone, and we played out in fields, and I wound up diving right on a tree stump that was in tall grass and stabbed me right through the hip. Not through the hip, but like in the hip. Like drew blood through my pants and all that. It was pretty good. The bruise was such a good
I don't
bruise.
understand airsoft fights.
My favorite, I think, was a friend of mine who went to go dive into like this little culvert thing. We were playing in a field, you know, and there was like this natural depression in the ground, and it made for beautiful cover, except for the part where it was filled with star thistle, which was super funny, and he just horizontal like Superman leaped, like belly flopped into it. It was fucking hilarious.
And then when he's like, fuck, shit, fuck, and you're like, shut the fuck up!
But dude, the enemy's right there. And we were both in the service together. I'm like, man the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like,
yep. We had a kid. I wasn't there for this, but did I tell you about the fat kid with the gas system?
yes.
Yeah. He did fucking pull him out of the puddle by his oh shit handle.
I'm gonna call my fertilizer the White Knight.
We were
So good.
we were playing in a coastal field. Like we had an area right off the beach, which was fucking cool. By the way, you don't overheat nearly as much.
Yeah, that must be nice. Wonder what the fuck that's like to have beaches.
But we were playing on the coast, and it was the same friend who Superman leaped into the star thistle, and we were running up this hill, and we were attacking it from two sides, and we were running up the hill, and we decided to try to scare the one person they had defending, because it was like this overgrown brush with like this one like little arch that you can kind of get through the bushes, you know. So this one person's posted up in there, and we're running up the hill. We decided to be obnoxiously loud and just start screaming while running up the hill, just and just being ridiculous, because you're running uphill, you're probably gonna die anyway. Fuck it, right?
True.
And so he goes and hides behind, like, kind of jumps behind this tree, and I hear him come over the radio. He goes, "Hey Dan," like, "What?" He's like, "I think I just landed in poison oak." I'm like, "You're an idiot." And he just says, "Roger," and that was it. That was the end of the conversation. "You're an idiot, Roger."
Affirmative. Correct. Thank you for that. Best answer he could
It
have
was
given.
pretty
There were
funny,
so
though.
many answers he could have given. He gave the perfect one. Roger.
You're an idiot, Roger.
I
You just have a good
saw-
time. You make some pretty phenomenal memories out on Airsoft Field.
I watched this specific dude that plays airsoft. I forgot what his name was, but he's a good sniper. And he went to this I think he went to Vietnam and did some airsofting there. And during hiding in cover, there's the enemy team. There's this enemy that was holding a katana and was like screaming at him. He was like running after him with like a wooden katana. And the counter was scared the fuck.
I got hit by a fucking like foam battle axe at GamePod that day that we went and played. This dude like just ran in the building and started smacking people with his foam battle axe. Like I turned because I heard someone yelling, and it was like an L-shaped building with only one door. So I turned to see what was going on, and I seen him enter the door, like, because I'm on the other side of the L-shape. And I was like, fuck, he's too close to shoot. So I dropped my weapon and pulled my sidearm. And by the time I got my sidearm out, he was just like, just fucking swung this giant foam poleaxe, battle axe thing and fucking smacked me in the head with it. I'm like, alright, dude, you, alright. Like, I can't even, whatever. It was great. It was fucking funny.
You can bring a battle axe.
Oh, but apparently you can.
The same dude that I watched, there was this one time when he was playing,
I'm gonna go.
there were
I'm gonna go
the
find
force.
Orca.
So he like picks the enemy team, and he just has this rubber knife. And then every time every time he kills someone in the back, he just says stealth attack. Like he just whispers into the ear and then just passes on to another player.
I just want to put my gun in the back of your head and say, you're dead, and then move on. If I can get up, behind him.
Are
Which
they
is hard
that
to do.
painful, the pellets?
No. Well,
In some
that
cases.
depends.
It depends on the area they hit.
Because I got hit behind the ear Saturday. That fucking hurt. Oh. And depends what they're shooting too. The weight of the BB, distance, and all that.
Yeah, I saw this one picture where this guy's whole back was just sprayed with pellets. You could see all of them. And
Oh yeah, I got
there's
welds.
just
I got a
people,
nice
they
big
pop
fat
up.
bruise from an HPA that hit me way too close on Saturday. Big old bruise on my thigh. That was fun.
Earlier today,
Good
we
times.
had, we're just doing binding drills, and anyway, there are a couple of girls that go there, and I mean, they're not like normal girls. I mean, I think they were both rugby players, and I think they know each other anyway. But this one girl, Ellen.
They're not normal girls. They're like another species.
Yeah, well, Elle. Anyway, so
They're demonic.
she's fighting, and she's practicing with, I don't even remember the person's name, and she has this problem where she doesn't really understand like what half speed means or what half power means, and so like whenever we do drills and stuff, especially when we test binds, like I don't know if you know, like when swords bind, like when they basically when they clack together and hold, like it's, and then you can thrust in any direction. Like binding a sword is pretty important. Anyway, so she's in a bind and she's supposed to come over and strike at this dude's neck. Like that was the drill. And like so someone stands behind her and tells the guy like how to bind, like soft bind, hard bind, like which way to move, and she has to react to it. Like that's the drill. And so she was supposed to do Zorn, how? Yeah, I think it's just like a regular like true edge cut, and this dude moved the wrong way from where the instructor told him, and so she caught him like perfectly on the other side, wound up hitting him like underneath his mask, like across the bottom of his jaw. This dude had like the welt that this left, like right, like where your chin goes into your neck and meets, like that crease right there. I mean, just a welt right there. Like she fucking hammered this guy. It was
So what happened
awesome,
after that?
and she was so proud of herself. But whatever. Yeah, binds are. Yeah, get into sword fighting. It's super fun.
I had one truly proud of myself moment on an airsoft field, like where I was like, you know what, fuck you, that's bragging, that kind of thing. And we were fighting a guy, well, a team of guys, obviously. But we were fighting a team, and I somehow got close enough for hand-to-hand combat, which I'm not sure how, like, this guy was a pretty decent player, and we were kind of, like, we both put our weapons down, and we're kind of like hand-to-hand, until someone gives up kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And one of his buddies came over to help, and I actually pulled his sidearm and killed his friend. And then I actually beat him, because I put it to his head and said, bang. You know what I mean? He's like, oh.
That's
never
great.
had cool
My
plays like
only
that.
one truly proud moment,
I had a double up where we were actually allowed to use burst. This is an indoor, but we were allowed to use burst. It was our field, whatever. Anyway, and I pop up around a corner, and I'm not great at that kind of stuff, but I'm quick enough to where like I keep both my eyes open when I shoot, and I just look for the dot, like that's all I was doing, and wound up hitting two people within like a half a second, like burr, burr. And so I got both of them, and I'm standing there, and I'm actually still poked out around the corner. Like, fuck, I just did that. Got shot right in the cheek.
Oh.
It was an awesome moment, followed by an extraordinarily painful moment.
Yeah, the one I caught behind the ear on Saturday was, man, had to ring your bell a little bit too.
I always wore ear protection, so I never got that, but I usually didn't wear, like, face protection. Like, I would wear, like, they weren't headphones, but, like, you could hear through the back of them.
They were just
I just didn't want to get hit in the ears, that's
ear
all.
protection.
Yeah. Basically,
Yeah, I've
they're
never
like
been
hollowed
hit.
out earphones you can wear that look like a headset. I always just wear that.
Yeah, we don't. I don't wear ear protection. My face protection is just a. You know, they have the half mesh masks.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a quarter one. It just covers from the middle of my nose down to my chin.
Do you like that? Like, does that
It's
actually
just-
work?
Yeah, because the only mesh part is over my mouth and my nose. So when I can still go and actually aim down my sights accurately because it's just like a padded foam kind of thing on my cheeks. So it doesn't
It
interfere.
doesn't. Okay,
It's
so
not like
it doesn't raise your weld at all.
Not at all. Not even a little bit. They're fantastic. One of my teammates bought them and just because they were like $10, and I don't know what he was doing, but he bought the whole team, all 6 of us. He bought them all, and we went to an airsoft game. He goes, "Here, guys," and he just gave them all to us. We're like, "Fuck it,"
Nice.
and they were because we were using half masks before, and those, all the way up to your ears underneath that wire mesh and all that. It just fucks you up so bad. Can't aim for nothing.
Because that's what I'm used to seeing. Like, I mean, I never wore it. So everyone
Think
I
like
played
a-
with- people usually just wear shemagh.
Kind of like a Bane mask. It's kind of like a Bane mask,
That's pretty
almost.
awesome, actually.
Sorta, but not as cool looking as Bane's mask. But it's that, you know what I mean?
Oh, I actually.
Because I used to not run it
thinking
until
about
I caught one in
airsoft,
the fucking lip.
earlier or yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was last night. I found I haven't played in years, but I was going through some old stuff and I found like a full tin of cat crap in one of my boxes, and I was like, yes.
Nice.
Like, this shit's expensive. It's only $12 a tin or something. Like, it's expensive. It's not cheap.
Yeah, these masks were, I don't know, super comfortable, but I don't wear anything on my ears, and I don't even know if it would have helped me anyway, because, behind the ear, I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, I had those, they were like mock, I mean, it was mock everything, right? It's mock plate carrier, mock suppressor, mock everything. But it's basically like a mock headset. It had like a little mic that came across the front. You could actually like run like a wire to it if you're using like, wanted to use like an earpiece or something. I think that's kind of what it was for. So you could have like an over the earpiece, like for a microphone, or like that would be your mic, and then you could have your walkie wherever. Anyway, but they're basically just like hollowed out earphones that have like mesh partway in them. I'll see if I can find a link for them. But they're super light, they don't weigh anything, and they're pretty low profile, so they don't stick out very much. Like, it never really affected me negatively.
You are in a
And
restricted
they
area.
protect your ears, so you can still hear
Imperial
everything.
decree dictates you must vacate the area
And they look pretty cool, if I do say so myself.
We thought about doing something like that. We stopped running comms a long time ago, but I still have like my radio pouch in my back and shit.
Yeah.
But we thought about doing getting a bump helmet. The bump helmets. We had entertained the idea of getting one because you can get the full ear, the whole ear pro
The drop
headset
down, yeah.
things that'll actually lock into them. Which is nice.
It's not a bad idea, but I mean, the pair of mock headphones, whatever, headset I had was like, I think I paid like $6 for it. Fucking eBay, dude.
Hey, protects your ears, man.
Yeah,
Protects your ears.
That's just the one thing I didn't. I was also working in radio at the time, so I was wearing headphones for like 6 hours a day-ish. So I just really didn't want anything to hurt my ears. Also, like, I didn't want to risk catching one like in the ear and like blowing a drum or something. It wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I've seen.
Got shot in the face enough
Busted
times to
lips.
wear face masks,
at your
but
earliest convenience to
I've seen
man
faces busted open. I've seen teeth get knocked out.
Teeth, yeah, chipped and knocked out. I've
Yeah.
them in ears. I've seen them
is that-
watch the earlobes. I don't know how they did that, but I've seen it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I've seen them get lodged
Protect
under
your
people's
face.
skin, like on the back of their neck, where it's really
Mhm.
thin. I've seen that shit happen. That's See people lose like,
We had one guy.
fingernails, like get a fingernail broken doing it.
We had a guy come to play, a friend, you know, an acquaintance of somebody on the other team that we didn't know, you know, that kind of guy. And he showed up and had the half mask, and I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, cool, whatever, your gear's your gear. And then he was like, oh, I forgot my glasses or whatever, and attempted to play without them.
Ugh.
Approval is granted.
Fucking
Oh,
make him
don't
wear a
worry.
mask.
You know, whatever. I told him he's not allowed on the field. I'm like, we simply will not play with you out there without eyebrow on, because he's like, oh, it's my eye, what do you care? I'm like, because I don't want to be the one who shot it out. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not even about that. It's about who's the liability for the field. Like, if you want to get this place, if you want to get this place shut the fuck down, like, or have somebody get sued, like, have whoever the property owner is get sued. That shit happened. That's why we had to close our field.
I've heard it's kind of difficult to play airsoft with glasses on.
not even a little bit.
They make mesh goggles that you can just put on right over glasses that don't actually like affect anything and don't fog up. I used mesh for a while because I used to wear glasses. I don't anymore, but
One of our guys, he wears glasses. He's like straight up like blind without them, and he went and sent off for a pair of goggles and paid for inserts for his. So he has his prescription inserted in his safety glasses.
pretty awesome.
Like right on the.
How do you guys deal with cheaters? Have you guys
Well, unfortunately, airsoft is just based on the honor system. Just call your hit when you're hit. But if they, you call them out. Oh, you hit me. Oh no, I did. Blah blah blah. No, you just fucking light them up. Like, fuck you then. Now you're out.
Pretty much.
Yeah, now you're out. I just dumped 120 rounds into you. You're gonna tell me you're not out?
Like if you play multiple rounds,
I've
like
seen
learn
this
who
one
the
video
cheaters are
where
and
this
go for
guy-
areas that are sensitive, like go for their neck or like go for their face if they're not wearing face pro.
What does burning your patch mean? Because I watched this one video where this dude just like totally wasted a full mag on this kid in the back, and he's like saying he burned my patch. I don't know what that means. In airsoft.
I've never heard anyone say
You guys
that.
know what that means?
I've never heard that phrase. I've been playing 10 years and I've never heard
you guys probably know what the video is. It was like the first thing you could see on it, like forced airsoft fights, and this dude just freaking loads a mag up this kid while he's talking to a referee. And everybody was just looking at him like, what the fuck did you just do?
I mean, we've all been through that kind of shit, like where somebody doesn't call a hit. Like I said, the best thing to do is always just to aim for a sensitive area. Like if they're not
But
wearing
when that
gloves,
happens,
go for
what
their hands.
do they do? What's the consequence of not calling
You're
it?
just you're gonna cause enough pain. They'll become honest real quick.
Yeah, and
once
like,
they
if they're
realize
not
being
calling their
stupid
hits,
gets
then
painful.
the first thing you do is report it to whoever's running it, and you just really hope that whoever's running the event or wherever you're at actually gives a shit. Especially if you're playing somewhere with refs. Like playing where we played outdoor, like doing like 8-hour operations, like that's a little bit more difficult. So we kind of had to solve our own problems. But then you have like kind of like officers on the field who are people that have a hand in running things that actually play, and they're pretty vital. But you call them out on it. You take note of who they were, like what team they're on, like what they're wearing, what kind of gun they were using, and just you report it. And if that doesn't work, the next time you see them, you go for something sensitive. Even if they shoot you first, just go for something sensitive.
That's cool.
Yeah, that way it's like, well, did he actually hit you? And I'm like, well, show him your hand. And like, I put a burst into your hand, like, show him. And the hand's all bruised, like, oh yeah, he obviously hit you. And like BB's in the neck, like there's no way to act like you didn't get shot in the neck. Like that's usually the best part, because most people don't wear neck protection, which is like a horrible thing to say, but you do what you have to do. Like you got to keep it honest, and the price of being dishonest is you get hurt.
Being stupid gets painful.
Yeah, if you're a jackass, and if you're a jackass to the wrong people, you better pray that they have more patience than you do. Because I've seen people like almost get the fuck beat out of them over shit like that. Which I mean is stupid, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just airsoft. But I mean, some people,
I've seen
this is what they
thrown.
do for a living. Like they run fields for
I
a
have
living.
little patience for stupidity. Yeah. I don't know. How do you even? You gotta watch your bullets, huh? Like you don't know if they're gonna hit or not. You gotta.
Well, I mean,
because
with airsoft, you're usually close enough to see. And if you're not watching where your shots are going, you're not playing the game right. Like, most aiming in airsoft isn't done with the sight. Like your weapon's accuracy actually is kind of second. Like you don't even have to zero a scope. It doesn't matter. You can just look where your shots go, or if your shit gets bumped, or if you have
Must
a
be
shitty
hard
one
being
like
a
I did.
sniper in airsoft, huh?
Not really, because usually you're shooting fast enough to actually let people know when they get hit. Sometimes it can be weird, but especially if you're somewhere that doesn't have like speed caps for sniper rifles, like for spring rifles, but they have like 250-foot minimum engagement distance, and you can do things like use glass BBs, like that lets people know that they got hit.
That sounds painful, glass BB.
At those ranges, they're only like .28. Like they fly better.
That's
like
not terrible.
No, like they're less warped. They're less prone to warping. So they're more consistent. But I mean, at those ranges, and it's not like glass. It's not like a Prince Rupert drop. It's like safety glass, and even if they do hit something and shatter, they just turn into powder. But those things, you get caught in bare skin with those, like I have on multiple occasions, because I never wore long sleeves. It fucking kills, and there's no way to say that you didn't get hit by it. That's
Hey, can you I'm struggling to find
What are you looking for?
fucking ping pong system. I'm looking for an Orca sold by fucking ping pong.
Where are you?
I'll find it.
I'm in 9.
Okay.
Ping pong, ching ching chang.
Wrong menu.
Gotta get my sensors up higher. How do I? What's a good outfitting system?
Look it up.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be hard to find. Isn't 9? I'm surprised they don't sell that there.
What?
I was talking to Dan. Surprised they don't sell Orca in 9.
What's up, bud?
I'm just surprised that they don't sell an Orca there.
No, I figured for sure he would. It's a
Right?
high-tech system, and you know what I mean? I figured he would, but nope, not even a little bit. Not even a Dolphin, not a Beluga, nothing here. No Saud Kruger ships at all.
Well, shit. Alright,
And I need one in a ping pong system.
Searching. You are going to go to Idini Gurney Enterprise.
But that is Pranav Antol or whatever.
This may not have been updated.
There's
Check Uzumoko.
Fortuna
Fortuna?
Smith Terminal is 15% discount.
Fortuna, you say?
I'm sorry,
Like
this doesn't.
4 and then tuna the fish.
That's a ping pong system.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's
And
a
then
weakness. In this.
Smith Terminal.
Schmiff?
Smitty.
Schmitty.
This website only lists stations as Federation, Independent, or Empire. So if it's an independent system, or I guess an Empire system.
What are you on?
I'm on Rogi because I was already looking up weapon stuff, but it doesn't look like they
I'm
update
on-
very often.
Inara has a separate list.
Yeah,
for
I usually
discount.
use. I don't know why I don't just use Inara for everything.
Inara's the best.
I know, but it just it doesn't run that well on this tablet either. So
It's really not good on mobile. That's true.
Fuck it, it's shit.
The aspect ratio to everything just kind of gets fucked.
Yup. It just takes forever for me to load anything. Like to load, because you know how you have to pick a system out of the drop down. Like it has to be. Like you actually have to select it. You can't just type in a system and hit enter like with the Galaxy map. That just does not load. That just does not load on this tablet. It takes for fucking ever.
I try to type as much as I can before that populates. Get like the first 3 or 4 letters real fast.
Sinuifi BX. God fuck! Now there's 100 of them.
Ah!
It crashed the site. No, I mean, Inara is good, but Rogi is just for weapons and stuff. It's just faster. For parts, it's faster.
Is there?
They'll have their little niche, I guess, huh?
Yeah. And EDDB is I don't see why everybody
EDDB.
raves about it. It's not EDDB. I don't see why it's not
EDDB.
EDDB. EDDB. It's
I
not
use
like.
it when I'm looking for a commodity.
I was gonna
Like
say
a
if you're doing
source mission,
commodities or trade
it's
routes, but that's a
good
really
at that.
people make it sound like the end all be all, that the only site you need to use for ED, but it's definitely not.
I
That would be
kind of feel
Inara.
like Inara. I think I think Inara is the end all be all kind of thing.
Yeah, but
really,
they don't have as efficient of a route, like a route plotting system.
Well, and then I use EDDB for like looking up other
my
factions.
routes are done through the Elite Dangerous Trade Pad app on my phone.
Well, see, I have an
Is it
iPhone.
Apple that shit?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still
ED
have,
Trade Pad.
I have an
It
iPhone
would have made
4,
my life so much easier if I
so
found that earlier.
Oh, they don't. Who has an iPhone 4?
I do.
Like,
I like it. I don't really use my phone for very much, so
me, actually, really not so much either. I got really most of the part, all my trade routes, I already know. I don't really, you know what I mean?
yeah. The only thing I do with my
What's your
cell
use
is
it much.
is text and call. I mean, that's all I use it for.
ED
What's
Trade
the app
Pad.
called? ED Trade Pad?
Yeah, and I spent the $3 for the pro version so that it didn't. It was worth it because I bought it like over a year ago. I'm like, yeah, that thing's gave me more than $3 worth of information back. You can get the light version. I get, whatever.
Yeah, they just pay for it.
I mean, I won't do it all the time. Like if I want to try a new app, it's not like let's just buy it. Like
No,
let me
but I
try
mean, for
it.
anything for ED, if it's good enough, it's like fucking spend the money.
Yeah, I mean, I don't regret it, not even a little bit. And the cool part was I could just charge it to my phone bill. Like whatever.
Wait, is it
Fuck it.
subscription based or is it a one-time fee? It's a one-time fee, right?
No, it was a one-time fee. I just
Okay.
had it billed to my phone bill
I didn't hear the
instead
first
of
bit
like
it.
putting in my card on my phone and shit. I just, charge Sprint. I'll pay him back. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. I need to pay my phone bill. Shit.
So I discovered how to use the AAA insurance fucking app, and we figured out how to pay like our cable and shit over the phone now. So I don't have to call anybody. I just pay it all through apps.
Yep. I'll ask my girlfriend what it is. She uses it's like an app router, where she actually can pay basically all of her bills like with one button. Like she kind of just
That's
selects
phenomenal.
what she wants to pay, and that's for like Wells Fargo, that's for like Mazda, that's for like the cable company. Well, not cable company, like electric company, gas company. Yeah.
You guys have a Mazda payment?
Well,
I have a Mazda payment.
she does. I have a Toyota
Oh,
payment.
I have a Ford payment, but to a credit union because they own my truck right now,
Ah.
which isn't working at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah,
technically
yeah.
Toyota owns the car. It's a lease, which I will never do again.
I never understood that leasing a vehicle. I mean, I get businesses. It makes sense for businesses.
Well, it
don't
makes
feel like
sense.
it would make
Here's
sense
when it
for-
makes sense is if you only drive like 2 miles to work every day. That's when it starts to make sense. Like if you don't put a lot of wear on your car at all, like leasing is pretty much the way to go because your payments are cheaper, service is cheaper, like it's a lot less out-of-pocket cost. But if you do things like change jobs or get laid off and you have to move and do things like that, yeah, not a good way to do that. When you actually have to put like mileage on the car and put it in like risky situations, like running a store in the hood, for example. So I will not be leasing again, just because life is unpredictable.
I bought mine third party. I haven't bought a new one yet.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like,
buying
I
a car
owned my
from
truck
I also
for-
don't think I'm ever buying a car from another dealership. Like, I'll just do the fucking work myself.
I bought my truck 8 years ago, and then borrowed against it so I can cremate my grandfather when he died, and now I'm paying it back. So it's really weird going from owning your vehicle outright to then not owning it. You're like, wait, what? It's so because it's backwards.
It's
You know what I mean?
basically
It's-
you put it on consignment.
But I've never been late on a payment or anything like that because I don't plan on losing my pickup.
Yeah.
And I own it again. I get the title back in September.
Yeah, I pay like
So-
$190 a month for my car, so
Yep.
I couldn't
195 bucks.
couldn't really turn that down. And then the cost to
$195.
buy was like $380. All right, well, I'll do the cheaper one, thank you. And then when it's done, just fucking give it back and get a different one, I guess. Well,
I don't think
I'm
I'm
not gonna lease, but I'll buy. I mean, I'll buy another Toyota. I fucking love those cars.
I personally don't think I'm ready for a brand new car. You know, like a 0-mile car.
I don't
You know,
think
like,
anyone ever is.
holy shit, this is a cool fucking station. It's got like parks and trees and lakes and
Oh,
yeah, that
Oh,
thing's
yeah.
fucking sweet.
Yeah, I've seen one. I've been in one
Tourism
myself. I've taken pictures of it. It's great.
It's got like statues and shit in it. And like,
It's cool.
I saw some guy land on top of the statue. I can't remember where I saw it.
Zorgon Peterson Romeo Alpha Delta.
I'll show you guys pictures of one.
well, I'm in one. I don't need to see a picture of it.
Permission granted.
I'm in it.
Oh, you guys
At
see
your
it?
earliest convenience.
I was actually gonna make that as the background.
It's a ping pong exploited system, but it's in Federation space. That's phenomenal.
You gonna do Fed mission?
It's a what? It's a pink. Oh, Iran.
There's a
What do you-
beluga.
is that-
I could buy a beluga.
Do it.
I don't think I
lied. Don't do
I just I don't think I need a beluga.
it. You want to know who needs a beluga?
Nobody at all.
Dark.
Nobody.
Dark Killix could probably make a beluga into a combat ship.
Beluga?
Yeah, battle beluga.
Okay.
Battle
Orca. 41,258,900.
Welcome to the facility.
I'm not buying
bought it
that.
on discount. It's so good.
I'm not gonna
Alright,
buy
I
a.
just-
I'm not gonna buy an orca.
It's such a
Fuck
wonderful
that.
ship.
I just bought an orca. I own an orca.
Congratulations.
What are you even gonna do? Just passenger missions?
Hell yeah, dude. You know how much money is in passenger missions?
I made over
Like,
Yeah,
any
like,
idea
I,
how
I
much
know,
money?
like 20 million. Some cases.
Well, I'll just tell you right now, like between 12:30 and 1:30, I made like almost. It was about like 11 and
Oh,
change.
this one must be made by Americans. This is a left side drive.
That's also why I like it.
What's the point of even making? Just make it center. Bro. Why
It's a
do they do
multi-crew
that?
ship.
What? Oh, okay. Is there any multi-crew stuff you can do on it then? Like turret?
Sure. You take a buddy with you on an adventure.
Yes.
All kinds of things.
I can. Hey, are you in a wing at the moment? Or are you guys even doing anything? Because I want to join your ship. I want to see what the beluga looks like.
I'm not in a beluga.
Yeah, I want to.
Nor do I have an interest in multi-crew at the moment.
But I'll just. I just do whatever you want, and I'll just sick that.
Big, I do whatever I want. Thanks for the permission, though. Thank you.
Dan, you should bring you should jump your orca over to me, and we should do all these massacre missions I'm finding.
And orcas?
Well, I mean, if you want, but I'm not gonna do that. That's, I mean, maybe actually. It does have guns on it. I did a couple pirate missions while I was waiting for my FDL to come out in the orca. That was
I gotta
actually
just
pretty fun, unless they go
Decide
behind you.
what I want to do with this. How do I set this up?
Battle whale.
Orca.
Combat whale ship. They really should just make a whale. Just another one of those passenger ships. It's just a whale.
I wish they would add more South Cruiser ships. I fucking
Or the
love these.
sperm whale. It just looks just like a whale. That's great.
Stellar body scanners. They only have basics here. I need an advanced.
Do you have one in storage anywhere?
No, it's alright. I'll go find one. Not quite the end of the
There's
world.
There's this one station I was told to go to buy a Fertilance. It was called Blue Triad or something. And it sold that thing for it sold the Fertilance for 43 million. That's like 7 million off, and that was great.
I think I may have
8
broken
million actually.
the game. I have 5 pirate targets in one system. Oh my god, this is great!
I'm just gonna do like business and economy class. I don't think I'm gonna do first.
I don't go above business.
Why? What's this
they
first class?
suck too
Is it-
much. They suck too much out of your jump range.
Oh.
It starts to become.
How
not
much
worth
does
the
it
money
cost
pretty
to
quickly.
max out an Orca?
Well,
I have about. The ship's worth like 85, so I probably have about like 90 into it total.
You put 90 million into it? Okay.
Well, I mean,
should I spend
the initial
97
cost of
million
the
on
ship,
reactive
so
surface
I
composite
put like
bulkheads?
40 million in it. I don't think that's a good investment. But I did not know
Sure.
that was an option, and that sounds pretty amazing.
Like, are you sure it's not a good? I think it sounds pretty epic.
Well, personally, I think it's a
Is it needed though? Are you
terrible
gonna go?
He's
battle
joking.
with
He's not going to buy it.
Well, I don't know why I would do that, but
Your ship is released. Be careful to observe restrictions when leaving the station.
He's not going to buy it. Yeah, pussy.
You won't buy the max out bulkhead. You won't buy like the best bulkhead in
There's
the game.
literally
Fucking
no,
bulkhead.
literally no. It's an Orca, but there's literally no point to that.
So, question for you, Radfly. How are your optionals set up? I'm just kind of curious as to.
You know what? I don't remember. Actually, I do remember. Right now, it is size 6 passenger compartment economy, so that's 32. But I've just been doing economy
Yeah.
You are
ones.
all clear to follow your predetermined flight
And then-
path. Have a good trip, Commander.
5-slot cargo rack, 32 space, 5A fuel scoop, 4A shields. I may be 4D now, I don't remember. Actually, I think I may have gone to 3D for jump range and for power. And then I have the other ones. It's advanced discovery scanner. I actually don't have a DSS in this, so that's not it. And then
So do you only carry one passenger cabin?
I
Huh?
have 2 other ones. I have a size 4 and one of the size 2s. So I think I might have a 3-size shield in the 5 slot, which is a complete waste, but whatever. I have 3 passenger cabins, and I think it actually just might be the 1 cargo rack. So I have an economy 6, I have an economy 4, and economy 2, which the economy 2 is now worth the space, but I had nothing else to do with it. And then 5A fuel scoop was the other one, because there's 3 5 slots, I think 2 5 slots, 1 6, 3 5 slots, 1 6, 2 4, and 2s and 1s.
I would like to join someone in one of it. There wasn't a Beluga. I would like to multi-crew.
It's not a Beluga.
5.
Wait, so when you're in multi-crew, does it restrict you from doing things? Does it restrict you?
Yeah. Pretty much, it was built for bounty hunting.
Yeah, basically,
Multi-crew is built for bounty hunting.
and only if you have turreted weapons.
Or deployable ship fighters.
That is pretty fun.
There's this friend of mine that was arguing the wing and multi-crew, and I disagree with it. But he imagine like
I don't think it would make a huge
a
difference.
wing of
but
4 anacondas just for the fighters.
I'd be fine with it if they put that in, but I wouldn't. I'd just question the stability of the game.
I mean, like imagine how OP it is. It's like an army already. Can't even use.
Yes, I mean, it also means you have to use turreted weapons, which, for the most part, are inferior in every way. Like, I could do more damage with these 2 feet with the weapons I have on gimbal by myself than turreted with somebody else.
It's always gimbaled unless you have a vulture you can go fix on that one.
I think it just depends on how good you are at lining up shots, but I like gimbaled because they're a little more forgiving, and if you untarget, they just turn into fixed weapons anyway.
Yeah. I was never really good at aiming with Overwatch because they have no knockback whatsoever on weapons, and that because on earlier games I was so used to knockback that I would automatically move my I would mimic.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and mute him in the middle of a sentence because I just can't do it anymore.
How'd we get into Overwatch conversation? We were just talking about...
We fucking didn't. Cause
But we were talking about aiming in Elite Dangerous, not Overwatch.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it. It wasn't come on, man. If you're gonna drift relevant.
Hey, Red Pie, one of these times we should multi-crew with turrets so we can get the trophy for damaging a ship while on a gunnery roll. That's a thing. Just throw some turrets on there, I'll hop in, damage a ship, we'll leave. I just want the trophy.
Going back to the station now.
Yo,
Because I'm on pirate missions right now, so you picked a good time to say that. And just praying the station.
Well, actually, all bounties are shared. Bounties are shared.
I don't give a shit about the money. That's awesome. I didn't know there was a trophy for that.
There's totally
But
a trophy.
I can't give you the stick and take control of guns, can I? Like I have to be the helm.
No, we'll have to go back and jump into the other ships and do it.
That's fine. I mean, like, cause your shit's all headquartered right now, right? Like you can just pick up like a pirate mission from where you're at and do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sick. Fuck it, put him
There's
on the
a
Orca.
trophy. There's a trophy for damaging a ship.
Oh,
while
put him on
in
the
gunnery
Orca.
roll.
Put him on the Orca. I want to sit passenger seat in an Orca. I've never done that before. Yes, I'm so excited. That's so cool. I shouldn't be excited about that. And then you can see what a brick shithouse it is to fight with. Really good in a straight line, not so good with the turns. It's basically the Ford Mustang of space. Yes. Oh, this is exciting.
This is exciting. This place is garbage for.
Have you ever sat
For,
side saddle in an FDL yet, or?
Mm-mm.
Because I haven't done that either, so that'd be interesting. Good boy.
It got so bad that we had a conversation about him and Dark Echo on the Discord today.
Seriously? About that guy?
I've gotten so many messages. I understand he's trying, like he wants to play. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, come on, dude, you can't. No.
But like,
no.
this is your group, and life isn't fair. Get over it. Like,
Yeah, we had a conversation about it today, just on the, like, hey, I don't. It's probably not going to work out because I'm getting messages like crazy, and it's not, it's not about the whole drama side. It's like, okay, this kid, so it's just not going to work. When you have more people muting him than who aren't, this is an issue.
yeah.
And it's just it's bullshit. You should, like Brad Pie, you shouldn't have to be going out of your way to mute people because they're obnoxious.
It's not even just like being obnoxious. Like I can handle obnoxious. Like I like a bit of obnoxious if you haven't noticed. Like I'm all about that. Like say really or like random shit, even if it doesn't make sense. Like if it's funny, it's funny. But if you're gonna be like semi-argumentative and like almost combative with, and be like that, it's a problem. Not to mention like my first interaction with him was not entirely pleasant either. So. Like, I thought he might have, like, changed his tune or, like, been different, but nothing.
I even told him. He was in a party with me earlier. I'm like, hey, man, just so you know, the way you're being is pretty obnoxious, and maybe you should look at that. I'm like, okay, whatever.
It's like, cool, I get it, like, you're autistic, but it's stop. Like, stop.
You're obviously on the spectrum.
Is it on or off the spectrum?
Mm.
Because, like, they told me I was on the spectrum. Does that mean I'm crazy? Or autistic?
Well, there's degrees. There's degrees of being on the spectrum to what level.
I think I might be autistic.
I need to find a high-tech system. This place got nothing. Fucking nothing.
I'd be okay with being autistic. I could live with that.
So I'll have these as those are taken. That's going to be a shield generator. These are going to be... I have a size 6 economy and 2 size 5s. Do I even need 60? That size 6 pretty much handle it, won't it?
For what? What is it?
My workout, just for my passenger stuff. It's a passenger ship. It's what it's going to be, so...
Yeah. But you can also put hull reinforcements in the passenger slots, which I think is a pretty cool feature. They obviously don't want
Right.
you using. I was thinking about this earlier, like because I think the dedicated slot thing is brilliant. Because if you could have like upgraded 6A shields on an Orca, you still have the size 3 hardpoint and 2 size 2 hardpoints. So like it's not poorly armed. Like it's good on power distribution. It's okay on thermal load. It's fast as fuck. So like realistically, I mean, you could like run people with it and do some serious damage, like if you got it up high enough, and still have the integrity and the shields to back it up. So I think it's actually really smart that they put those restrictions in place. I hate them for it because I want size 6 shields, so when I bash into the surface of planets, I don't get as hurt. But that might be there might be some like minor user errors going on. So
I'm gonna.
Dan, I'm gonna
Go
give you
and
the
have
I'm gonna
my-
give you the beams, okay? So you're gonna no I'm not, because they don't fuck you motherfucker.
I'm in favor of the dedicated slots, except for planetary vehicle hangars. That should be optional.
How do you
Makes
mean?
sense?
Like,
Or not planetary, the planetary approach.
Ah, yeah, you think you should be able to take it out if you're
That
not
one.
planning to land on planets?
Yeah, like
but it doesn't weigh anything. It doesn't take any power. It's just there.
Yeah, I understand it though,
So
because if
it's-
you're exploring, you could actually put your DSS in that slot, and then you could free
yeah,
up a 2
or a
slot in
docking
most
computer
ships. Yeah.
or something, you know.
I got to do some hopping over to some other stations inside the system, looking for some components. So, give me a minute.
Okay, that's fine, because I have to figure this out, because they don't sell what I want here. I don't want to leave this system, but all my weapons are engineered, so I don't really want to just kind of like leave any of them here.
Even though you can call for them at any time.
Yeah, but what if I want to like... Nah, fuck it. That's
Okay.
I didn't think of that. I
So-
actually forgot. I'm trying to buy time here. No, you're right. Store.
All right, so I don't have any. I only have the like C-rated thrusters because that's all they sold here. But overall, this thing's actually not terrible. It's cruising at like a little over 300. That's for the C-rated. I can imagine. Yeah, this thing's gonna get quick.
It's
I think.
yeah. Well, I'm telling you, take the engines out. You just as an experiment, take the engines out of your FDL, put them in the Orca, even though they're size 5, and you're gonna fucking haul ass. Like you're gonna haul an ungodly amount of ass.
Like, can I haul all the ass?
All of the ass. Well, if you have them, you have your engines upgraded, right? Obviously.
Yeah. Only to grade 3. I need to get the grade 5 engines.
I have 4.
That's why I need to get to
3, 4.
Palin. Is it Palin I have to get to get the grade 5 thrusters?
Yeah, yep. I actually forgot
Really need
about
to
that
get-
before too, so it is probably worth doing the serious shit to get through Marco Quent to get I want to do that. Let's go do that instead.
Okay. I'm down. Whatever.
Fuck, that means I gotta.
I'll go run-
I just spent $2 million to take this FDL out of here. It's fine.
Ah, what's money?
Well, I already made back all that money. Never mind. I'm a little slow today. I'm Dave.
We'll fly to
I say things.
Procyon or whatever,
Mhm.
and I don't know, run some passenger missions for the fucking group, so that for Sirius, so that we can get the Sirius permit.
It's kind of why I wanted to get another Python, because I want something that's like a dual ship. I kind of regret selling that because it could jump, it could hold passengers, it can fight, it can hold cargo. Like it's
And it did
almost-
none of it super well, but it did all of it pretty good.
It
You know,
because
it's-
like right now I can't fight in this. Like I can't. Well, I'm not in the Orca, but I can't like fight in that Orca. Like it's all slimmed down and shit. And
This is a passenger ship, so probably D-rated for jumping capabilities.
that's what I did, yeah. Except for thrusters and I think power plant, because planetary vehicle hangars actually take up quite a bit. Which I don't have in there right
What
now.
are you doing, Zink?
Yeah, Zink, what are you doing?
Passengers.
Oh boy.
In a Type 7?
Yep.
Good for you. good for
Zink
you.
is currently in charge of like 4,000 human souls.
Yep. That's so dumb how many people I have on right now.
Disgusting.
Phenomenal.
And
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
you
like,
do,
alright,
you
I'm
do
going
one
to
big
bed
run
after
and
they drop.
it's fucking millions, probably, right?
I've gotten like 8 million since I started. I'm just doing transports. I'm just picking people up, dropping off. Just a
Just-
bus.
Picking up at the new station, going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just-
All right.
I think
I'm,
if
I'm ready whenever, Dan, by the way.
For going to Procyon?
No, for doing multi-crew. Because I still have these missions to finish for the pirates.
Landing
Okay, let me learn
Everything's
all.
in one system. Well, what I was going to say was whatever you're doing right now, like, keep doing it. Because... Hold on. I have to drive... I didn't realize this when I took the missions. I'm going to have to drive about 260,000.
Predetermined flight path. Safe travels, Commander.
Could be worse.
It
Going to
could
Hutton
be.
Orbital.
Could be, but it's
Going to
not
Hutton
by
Orbital.
much. So I'm gonna go do that and then come back and I'll
Yeah,
do
we can
The
multi-crew
closer one when
any,
yeah.
at any time. We can do it at any time. Don't matter.
Well, it's just I already put the weapons on and I don't want them on there, so. I also don't want to have to ship that ship and then wait for weapons to show up too. I'd rather just have everything assembled and send it out.
Okay. I don't know how far away you are or how viable it'll all be
This'll take
traveling
me,
around everywhere. So.
This will take me 10 minutes to do this pirate thing, and they'll probably all attack me at once, which is fine with me. And then I'll head back to the other point. You jump in, kill the pirate.
We just have to damage him. You don't even have to kill him.
Well, I mean,
We'll kill him.
Why
Why
yeah,
not?
I
Fuck
mean,
it.
we're gonna kill him, obviously. I mean, he's a pirate.
Or run the fuck away because it's an orca and we're not really sure how that's gonna.
Yeah. Actually, you could just jump in with me and kill like 3 pirates. Or 5. I have 5 pirates to kill.
You're in your fertile lance?
Yep.
You have turrets on your fertile lance?
I do. I have turreted. I had to get turreted pulse lasers, which sucks, but I mean, there's something, so.
Well, it's turreted.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you get landed, and if you want to jump in, I'll just have you jump in, because I'm only probably 2 or 3 minutes away. Not even.
I've never sat passenger. I've sat passenger in an orca before, but I've never sat passenger in an FDL.
I'll send you a...
And I've never used turrets in a thing. I have. Sorry, Zink. I gotta leave the wing, amigo.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch to private real quick. Just because it doesn't... Multi-crew tends to take a shit in open more than it does in private. And I have someone who I am like 100% 100% convinced is going to stream snipe me, so going to private's a better idea anyway.
What does that mean? Like, he's gonna find out where you are?
Stream
through your
sniping,
stream?
which I actually have it set to do not display location, and he's on my friends list, so he can't see it there, but he can see the system that I'm in on the screen, which I stopped streaming anyway, but he knows where I am. So I just don't want to deal with it.